Hey y'all, it's Zooks, and this is Let's Play Satisfactory, where everything is made up and the holidays don't matter. That's right. It's like everything in Lucky Charms that's not marshmallows. They don't matter at all. Welcome back to the FICSIT Apprenticeship Program. Last episode, we worked on our base building, our starter base. We did our iron platform, our iron plate platform, our iron rod platform, and our screws. Three huge, relatively big platforms, let's be honest, and we will be working on some smaller platforms today. I wanted to give y'all a little bit of a sad note. While I was, I died, so they don't love me. I made this in the last episode, this nice enclosure, our habitat for our lizard doggos. I thought they would love it. I thought they would stay here and be happy and enjoy the all this. But I'm afraid they don't. They left. I don't know how they got out. And I'm sad. Because I was doing some hard drive hunting in between off camera. And I managed to find 3 more lizard doggos, and I had brought them all over here, and it was a big old happy family. And I ran off, and then I came back, and about here, 2 of the lizard doggos had just showed up right next to me, and I was like, uh-oh. And sure enough, the rest of them are gone, and I'm sad. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to do something about that area, though. They need to have a place to stay. I mean, they can't stay in this, grid. Anyway, I'm faffing on a little bit. Let's get down to business. This episode, we are working on some platforms. Our platforms that we will be trying to complete today will be the last 3 platforms of our iron production. That is reinforced plates, rotors, and modular frames. So we're going to get that started. I had all the platforms I have made up until this point will be supplying the resources for them. So the reality is these platforms are not going to have a ton. We're going to have these platforms are going to have, the reinforced plate platform is going to have like 3 buildings. Modular frames will have something like 2 buildings. And I think our rotor platform is the biggest with 5, and it's 5 assemblers. So the biggest challenge is going to be how to lay out the belts in a logical and pleasing to the eye way. So we'll be working on that today. So I guess we'll just cut here, and next time you see me, I'll certainly have a platform completed. That's it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to It's Zooks Plays Satisfactory. We're still in the same episode, and I have been busy. I have finished all 3 platforms, and I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of all of them. Introducing our reinforced plate platform. So obviously we're using a lot of the similar pieces. I'm still trying to play around with these pieces and get used to them. And I think this looks pretty cool. And I think I mentioned this before, these platforms are going to be extremely simplistic. This platform has 2 machines on it. These machines are going to be making reinforced iron plates. We are bringing in 2 lines of 90 into both of these machines, and then 2 lines of 250 screws, which we can actually manage because we have the tier 3 belts. Let's take a look underground here. I say underground, we're not really underground. Alright, if I can get up here. Alright. Okay, I'll tell you what, working with these frames has just been a blast. So these are the 2 lines of 90. They're getting split off evenly, load balanced, going up here into the machines. And over there are our 2 lines of 250 screws that are going to come in up under here. And our plates come out both of these lines, and they come out here. Really super simple. These, like I said, these platforms are going to be extremely simplistic because we have already done, because the biggest problem with these, get up there. Go. Not on camera. Let's not do this on camera. Okay. Haha, these are, the hard part of these are done because we've already done the plates and the screws. I mean, getting 250 screws is not easy. So I'm getting interrupted already. I'm back. All right, that's our reinforced plate platform though, folks. Really simplistic. I use these pillar frames again. I really like them. I just feel like they're just a bit too big here. Maybe there's a better way. Maybe I can like throw one of these down over one of these smaller pillars, maybe? Maybe that'll look cool. I don't know. I'm just still working on these new buildables. Let's give you a little bit. Honestly, I think this, maybe the modular frames, but this has a very good view. One of the best views from our factory, which I am really happy about. But speaking of modular frames, this platform delivers 15 reinforced plates. Actually, technically it's delivering 30, but only using. So these are where our reinforced plates are going to come up here, 15 on each line. And it winds around here, comes up to our modular frame platform. Ta-da! Pretty simple. This is the type of framework I was really hoping to get from the get-go. But again, these were bugging out the game and causing it to crash, but they patched it. So I was able to use them again. So I think this looks extremely tight. Really nice. And like I said, 15 plates come in under here and they loop up with 140 screws to these bolted frame recipes. This is why I really wanted the bolted frame, because this is 10 modular frames that we're going to be making that go straight to our storage. So let's follow. This is, I don't know why I do this to myself, but so this is where the 15 come in and they're split because the recipe only calls for 7.5. And then here, this is going to go to storage, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what the plan is for our storage stuff. But if you'll notice, we are merging the lines for our modular frames. They come out here and they're merging with these reinforced plates. And normally I'd say that's a big no-no. Here at FAP, we don't want to be mixed in lines and having a bunch of different parts on lines. It's really easy to mess that up. But stick with me, and I want to show you what the method is to this madness. And so at the moment, from here, we have 15 reinforced plates and 10 modular frames. And this will go all the way to our storage. Okay? Super important, and that's what that's for. I'm gonna bust through the ceiling here. All right. But that's that. 140 screws is also coming from there. And I think I showed you, I showed you the smart splitter over there. But these are all the modular frames we're gonna need for the starter factory. And the other platform that I worked on is the rotor platform, and it's over here. So these screws, all three of these segments of our screw factory get sent. Oh, and by the way, this will be producing 20 screws a minute. So it's going to join up with that storage belt. I wonder if I can see it under here. Yeah, right. Goes there. Let's see if I can find it. This is why the glass floors are awesome. Boom. And it's going to merge here. Oh, wait. Did I mess that up? No, this is going that way. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm following the wrong belt. It goes out this way, and then it merges around. Anyway, 500 screws had to get sent over here to rotors, along with 100 iron rods. And this one is the one I've done most recently, so it's a little bit sketched still. I have not polished this up, but I wanted to show y'all because I'm setting some time aside right now to record and do some VO. So I didn't want to, I'm just gonna, after I record this for y'all, I'm gonna do a little bit of polish and stuff here. In fact, speaking of which, I have not powered that area, and so I'm gonna just do this temporarily because I need this section powered. So over here, you know, over here are our rotors. This was the biggest platform because we have 5 assemblers. Really not that big a deal, but this is a rotor recipe, obviously. 20 rods a minute, 100 screws a minute. Easily done. We had 3 lines of screws coming in. Where are they at? Here. 2 at 200 and 1 at 100, and the 2 get split. The 200 lines get split into 2, and the rods are easy because it's a line of 80 and a line of 20. So it's 20 just goes straight into an assembler, and the 80 gets split up 4 ways into the others. And you'll notice, if you had a keen eye, you'll notice that one of these belts is going the other direction. Let's see if I can show you. No, I think it's on the bottom row. There, boom. Can you see that? And what that is doing is it's bringing our rotors, so all our supplies are coming in on this line and they're going out. So all our rotors are going to get sent over here and merge up to that storage line I talked about. And let me go ahead. I didn't awe at our landscape over here. It's pretty sweet. We get a nice view, and I need to drive my factory cut around. We get a nice view of this sort of basin. Is that what this is called? A basin? And we get a peek at the pink forest over there, or red bamboo jungle, I think is what it is. And over here is going to be our copper stuff, which is what we'll do next episode. So that's what this is. I want to go back to that modular frame. I think the modular frame got the best deal on real estate. Definitely did the proper shopping there. Okay. There's one little pole in the path and I hit it. The modular frame platform, I think, looks amazing. The place, obviously, and it looks bare bones. I didn't even decorate for the rotor platform yet. That's how quick I did this. So this, again, really simple. Again, I love this. I think this is the coolest platform yet as far as location, because it really lets me do this frames like grabbing into the cliffside to hold the platform up, and I love the way it looks. And then we got these cliffs overhanging and stuff. Ooh, it's so nice. It is so nice. This I'm a bit iffy about, but you know, honestly, it's you know, I'm just playing around. This is me experimenting. So this is something. Oh, I gotta show you one more thing before because right at the end here, we're gonna show our ribbon cutting ceremony where we connect our iron lines and watch as the process unfolds. So let's go. We're gonna go back home. Have to say, this has taken a good bit of time. Like I said, though, these assembler platforms are so much easier because the bulk of these factories are for these base components. And, you know, for a reinforced plate platform, you just need 2 assemblers. But, you know, to make those reinforced plates, we needed, you know, 27 or 26. I don't even remember how many iron plates we needed. We needed a ton. So it's like, that was the hard part. this is part of the hard part, and we had kind of already done that. So, as you can see, there's holes and stuff in the foundations. I'm still working on stuff. I did one more thing over here I want to show y'all. One thing I really enjoy seeing is when your storage is filled up and all your overflow items get sent to be synced. So here I've set up what my storage is going to be. I had all those iron parts are getting thrown on a single line on a 270 belt, the Mark III belts, and they get up here. And what they're doing is they're hitting these smart splitters, and they're going in here to be split. And then if they don't get split, they run over here to this, wait, to there. And that's what I want to show you. So these are all smart splitters. And just in case you, anybody at the FICSIT Apprenticeship Program want to know how this works, I know what's going to come in on that line. And so I can take these smart splitters and say anything overflow can go out the center, but I want iron plates going out the right. So anytime an iron plate comes through, and it's going to come up here until our storage backs up. It'll back up, and right here, it's going to get sent on this belt. And there's no more iron plate sorting down this way, and it'll go straight to our sinking. And that is what I'm going to show you next. And one thing I really, like I said, I really like sinking. And so I kind of wanted to make it a little bit of a focal point to the base. Oh no. Well, see, this is dangerous. All right, let's go. Where'd you go? All right. Had to fix this. Sorry, guys. All right. So here is where our sinking's going to happen. Now, like I said, I have planned out the starter base. I know what I need. And so these are going to be the 4 lines of materials that are going to have to go through our storage facility. And once the storage facility is full, it's going to back up, and these belts are going to start getting saturated. And what it's going to do is I've made this sort of viewing area. You can sit back if I'm bored and want to just sit in AFK for a sec while I do something else on the other screen. I can just sit here and just watch all my parts get sent through. And I just love this. I think it's good. This serves no practical purpose other than me ogling at my mastery of this game. So, and back here, I wonder if I can show you the gutty works a little bit. Yeah. There's 4 sinks back here. I know I'm gonna need 4. With the grade of belt that I have, I'm gonna need 4. So that's what this is. Like I said, I'm pretty stoked about this part. I love saturating up my storage and having a lot of these parts go into a sink. All right. That is really all I worked on. Oh, I picked the wrong spot. Well, gosh, of course, every time when I'm recording, every time. I had a weird thing happen too. Like, my power is totally fine, right? If you look here, I'm definitely under my power capacity, but every now and again my batteries will click on like I've somehow messed something up, and or like we've somehow gone over capacity, and it doesn't make sense because I definitely should not have gone over capacity. I don't know, but it made me grateful to have my I'm sorry, I'm thinking. Excuse me. It made me grateful to have, I've completely lost that train of thought, and no one will know what it was, not even me. So before we do what I want to do here, our power grid probably can't handle our entire iron factory being on, because we got all this stuff happening over here. Now, and just for the record, we got some beams being stored up, we got some pipes being stored up, and we got some Nobelisk and black powder, if you're not aware, getting sent through here to be synced. So instead of doing that, we're gonna turn off these machines. We no longer need these the reason we had this is for tickets. I don't need them on anymore. So we're gonna turn them off. So now my power should be way more free. No power, no power. We need that on, obviously. Make sure all of that's still on. All this should stop. My pipe should stop. And let's turn off this sink so that nothing extraneous is running. All right, perfect, 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 perfect. All right, so now I should see our power just dip. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So let's leave this now. Now I have enough space. Obviously, I have batteries just in case I've failed in some way and I need to make some more capacity. Or I guess I shouldn't say make more capacity. If I need to lower our consumption, I can do that. I still have an entire quartz set up over there churning away, getting me tickets that I don't need. So let's do probably one of my favorite things to do in this game. It's connect a manufacturing line. So we're gonna, okay, let's not go in the hole. So, and I want to show you the full process of what this should be like for all of you new to the FICSIT Apprenticeship Program. You need to understand how to start get a manufacturing line up and running. And all of what we have done so far is plan. We have not put into motion nothing is moving in that factory. There are no parts being made. There's nothing happening because our miners, and I'm going to say this again. I had some time to do a recording, so I'm trying to make the best of that time because I don't have it that often. So there's a lot of polish that needs to happen, especially around here, that I'm going to do. But I don't want to wait too much longer because I don't know when's the next chance I'll have to do this type of thing. So everything we've done now, we've just been building a factory. I've done math on a spreadsheet. I have calculated how much I need, how much I have, what I want to make, what I need to make, etc. Okay? And then I've gone into the next phase of that, which is building. And I've built all that stuff, but I have not started it. And a lot of people get discouraged by this part, but I love this part because we're going to connect it and we're going to see if everything we've done up until this point has been correct. We're going to see if I missed a belt. We're going to see if I have done my math correctly. We're going to see everything when I do this. And one of my favorite parts about this is, I probably should have, let's just do this. I'm super playing ahead here, obviously. All right. Ah! All right. So this isn't going to stay, obviously. But yeah, what you want to do now, we've gone through phase 1 planning, phase 2 building, and phase 3 is going to be diagnosing or problem solving, troubleshooting. Here goes all our iron. I should see, I say iron ore. I should see a bunch of iron coming in on these belts. Boom, boom, we got them. We got it. Perfect, perfect. Look, it's going up these chutes. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. Let's go check our floors out. I already know one thing I missed. I forgot, but it's okay. I'll deal with it in a sec. I did not, we have some rotors that might back up if I'm not careful. All right, everything is getting power. Everything is yellow. which just means it's inactive. It does not mean it's not working. And then we also have some green lights. That's one thing you really want to pay attention to is these lights. Getting iron ingots, gotta love it, gotta love it. Okay, cool. We're all good. So far, greens and yellows, and we got parts moving. Let's get down the fast way. That's one thing I like about these beams is you can kind of do that. So let's look down here. Okay, cool. We are getting iron ingots. Make sure we want to see iron ingots moving. I don't want to see iron ingots backing up. That's another thing we're looking at. We're looking at machines and we're looking for green lights. Second thing we're looking for is we're looking at our belts and we're checking to make sure that all these belts have parts running on them for one, and two, they're not backing up. So far, so good. That one's going in reverse. That's where all our parts are going to go once they've been... All right, let's see. Do I have any green lights here yet? So let's see. I don't see any constructors turning on. These are not going to be happening like instantaneously, so I'm not too stressed out. I definitely have ingots going into some of these machines. And all I need to do is see some green lights to give me a little bit of confidence in myself. They're definitely getting ingots. And you don't have to, I'm doing this kind of like all at once. Like, you can obviously turn this stuff on before when I've done it. You don't have to wait here. Oh wait, did I see something going back? Okay. That's right, it's just being split. Okay, cool. I'm seeing green lights. Things are okay. That line's getting green, green. Fantastic. Look at these belts down below. See if we see anything backing up. No, this belt looks a bit saturated though. We do have stuff moving. Feel like there should be more coming in. I don't see... I feel like these belts should definitely have something on them. Let's do a little bit of... See? I feel like this belt should have something on it too. Or maybe that's just a belt for... Okay, good. Okay, we're getting some. Okay, maybe I'm just jumping the gun a little bit and getting worried. Let's check our iron rods. So one thing this isn't going to be obvious for us is efficiency. I'm not going to know if I did my math totally correctly until later, because how will I know if this machine is working 100% off of the first set? I haven't, the smelters more than likely haven't been completely saturated just yet. So I'm not going to know that. I'm seeing a lot of green. That makes me feel pretty good. Let's check out our screws. I see iron ingots going up into screws, which is good. The other thing too is some of these, obviously this is purely from a distance standpoint, it takes longer for the parts to get here. So let's see if I can find anything on. We got some green here. Good. This one has not gotten much, but there are ingots in here. Let's go quickly and go back through our stuff. Actually, while I'm up here. So one thing I do know that's going to be an issue that I need to remedy before it becomes an issue is our rotors. Rotors are used in the recipe for motors. And so over here, now, again, I finished this and then immediately went into getting some other stuff ready. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop a sink over here. So I'm like right there. Let's put this. This is obviously not the final form of this. Where I think I managed to get it's coming out here, right there. All right, so let's, I'm missing it. Oh, of course it's gonna be nighttime too when I try to do this. All right, Yeah, we'll do that. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. All right, so now any rotors that get made, if I had put this, they'd back up on this belt and then back up in here, and I'd see a big old backup. Man, I should have waited till it was morning, because now we're oh, we're getting screws already. Fantastic. Haven't seen any rods though. Yeah, no rods yet. But I mean, these rotors, I mean, they eat up screws, let me tell you. Hopefully we're gonna have some rods coming in here. You know what? I bet the rods are coming in underneath. Yeah, all of these are screws. That's right, because one of these is these are 200 line, 200 line, 100 line. I'm gonna check out this real quick. Yeah, there we go. At least one line of rods is working. There we go. See, it just takes a sec. Just takes a sec. Fantastic. All right, this is, so everything's so, oh wait, I put a little thing here so I can get up. So far, everything is kind of okay. We saw a bunch of green lights. I'm seeing parts moving. And let's see if, so obviously our rotors are doing all right. Fantastic. Let's check our modular frame. You got anything working? You got some screws coming in. I'd be surprised if you had any reinforced plates in you already. All right. Yeah, because some of this stuff just takes a bit. You know, 15 a minute is not a lot. Let's see. I get the feeling, I really feel like we should have at least some oh wait, I see a green light on. That's good. Okay. That's right, screws have to come down here. Oh, here we go. So there's some plates. Yeah, okay, good. Fantastic, man. This is great so far. So far, so great. At 82 efficiency. So, I haven't talked much about the efficiency yet. Because, like I said, we have to kind of wait on things to saturate completely. But efficiency, having something be 100% efficient means that as soon as it consumes whatever items are in here, it is absolutely ready to make another item. It's never idle. Okay, so, excuse me. So, what's happening here is that our line of screws hasn't completely saturated yet. It's so early that maybe not all of our smelters have pushed through all the ingots that we need for screws. And so it's not working 100% yet. So don't jump to any conclusions right away here. Because that's helpful after you're sure. And I mean, even longer for, say, a line that is using a manifold design. It takes even longer for the, look at that, we're getting stuff back on our storage. Fantastic. It takes even longer for a manufacturing line to fully saturate, even after I'm sorry, what am I thinking? In a manifold design, because this is load balance. Aha, see, look, we have run into a problem. See this line? Backed up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're seeing stuff. What is happening? You know what? I had this. Why are you doing this to me? All right, here. We're just gonna, this is gonna be, okay. See? Man, dang it. Okay, so it was backed up. I wonder where that's going. Is this going to plates? I believe this is going to... Oh, yeah, it was going in here. This one hasn't been making any plates. Bummer, bummer. Oh, wait, that's okay. This one's going to storage. Okay, good. I know this one's going to storage because it's underclocked, and that one is definitely going to storage. Okay, good. That makes me feel a little bit better. As this production gets underway like this, I'm gonna do a couple things actually. We're gonna just grab a bunch of this. I wonder if this is fully saturated. So I don't, perfect, okay, good. Don't fall, please. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to get that up. One of the problems when you have a sort of hiccup like that is that it can hurt your other production. So it'll make it look like, it'll sort of false flag another area of production, because let's say that was going to our reinforced plates, right? It might make it look like the screws have a problem, like the screws will back up. And so you have to sort of diagnose. That's part of what I love about this part, is it's very, I do it kind of quickly, problem solving. I don't like to leave stuff backing up a long time. Let's go check out our storage. I was having some weird glitching and bugs with our storage. For whatever reason, I feel like the smart splitters were eating some of my parts. Like I'd put a stack of modular frames in, and then I would be missing a modular frame. Or I think in one situation I put 10 in, and I didn't get the full amount. All right, let's see if we're getting any parts. Hey, so far so good, looking great. I'm not surprised here. This is, when we did, I think if you remember in the screw platform build, I explained that we are using a smart splitter because we didn't want to hassle with the load balancing. So we used a smart splitter over there for the ingots going into the screws, so that the modular frames get them first. No reinforced plates, rotors, or modular. Hey, a modular. I wonder if that was in there from before though. Let's see. Yeah, we're just getting, so as you can see here, I had this belt. This belt is snaking through all our factory, and it's grabbing the parts that we have designated for storage, and it's sending them all the way back to the base to be sorted into our storage. And honestly, I don't like the way I brought it here. This line is eventually going to also pick up our wire, so it's not totally complete yet, and it's not the final destination for it. But so far, honestly, I think we're great. I think I'm about to call this episode. Let me do one more quick scan through before I leave y'all. All right. I want to look at these ores. It does that sort of stutter, but that's actually, if I understand it correctly, that's really normal. It's not slowing down. It's just the way it renders, I believe. Maybe this one's going slow. Let's see. We'll just see. This is what we do now. All right, none of this is backing up. Floor 1 clear. Clear of backups. Floor 2. Free of backups, no problem. Floor 3, free of backups. We're not getting perfect efficiency here. Mark 3 belt. That looks like it's doing right, you know? See, I feel like that's right. Uh-oh. See that? See that gap? Do you see that spacing? Oh, it's that. This is a Mark II belt. Do you see that? I'm going to show y'all. Okay. So maybe I was incorrect here. This is specifically this one and that one, I think, have Mark II belts somewhere. And if you look here, it's a Mark II belt. And you can tell that because after the Mark II belt, we have a Mark III belt like we're supposed to. And it's got this gap in between the ore. Do you see that? So that tells me that this belt is not getting ore fast enough, and it should be getting it at 100% at 270, because that's what our miners are pulling. Let's fix this real quick. Can I fix it? There you go. All right, boom. All right, so that helps that. Let's check this one too, because I get a feeling we're having the same problem on that one. All right, that was floor. That was what? That was floor 2 that was messed up. So I think it's just that lift. We're gonna do. I just want to show y'all again, sort of red flags and how to sort of see. Yep, see this? It's a Mark III belt. I know that this is supposed to have 270 items a minute, which means it should be full of iron ore, but it's not. There's gaps, and when there's gaps that evenly, you can assume that your belts somewhere have a lower grade belt, and it's true, it's a Mark II belt. So now we should get, so here these machines should be at 100%. 99 is good. 100% good. Look at this. See, these are the efficiency meters you can look at, and again, you should see these machines and see one in there. You should not be seeing a stockpile in there. And it was a bit of a red flag. I thought that maybe, you know, I was kind of second guessing myself when I said this to y'all, but it shouldn't be 44% this early. It's all load balanced. I'm too used to using manifolds that I just assumed that we had to wait a bit. But this should have been pretty 100% pretty out of the gate, you know what I mean? Let's go check here. And now that I'm looking too, it's all green lights. All green lights. I should see that similarly. So now here's one thing that I'm worried about. All green, fantastic. So one thing I'm worried about now is that these top 2 lines were under. Oh, I'm gonna die if I. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this for the video. I don't want to die. All right. So now, this bottom floor that was 100% good was purely going to plates. So really all these, I feel like these should be working at 100%. See, this one backed up because it was not getting ingots, if I remember right. But it should be at 100% now. 44%? So obviously we're gonna be going through here a lot. At least I will be. I don't necessarily have to do all of this with you. I kind of wanted to just show you sort of the method, what you should be doing. Once you build a factory, you really got to pay attention to the way your parts flow around the factory, and they should flow the way you plan for them to flow in the, you know, in the building, in the planning phases. Look at that, all greens, fantastic. All greens. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That felt good, seeing all that green. Let's do this. I want to check my power real quick. Ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close. I think that's gonna be it though. Honestly, I think I've done enough gassing about. I do want to, I'm just gonna quickly scan through these other factories real quick. I found the problem in that factory. I should be seeing a ton of green lights. Look at this. Fantastic. Green lights all around. Perfect. I did have that messed up. I'm so glad that I was recording for that. That's really helpful. It's really good for everybody to see that. Make sure we're still getting some parts. That's right. These are rods. Oh, look at we got a rotor coming down. Heck yeah. Perfect. check our screws. This was one that was not very green. And this is one that was definitely getting ingots from... It was definitely getting ingots from the 2 lines of iron ingots that were slow. Green, green, green. Fantastic. I love it when a plan comes together. So good. I'm so happy. Look at all this. Fantastic. Fantastic. I want to see my modular frames running. Go. Turn on modular frames. Come on. It should be... Why are you... $7.5. I feel like these should be a little bit better. Maybe it's just, I guess, we were short on screws, and so that's possibly where the problem lays. This is on. Do I have anything backing up at the moment? I do already. My plates are backing up. Plates are already backing up. It's 250. Guys, this episode's going to be a bit long if I'm going to be doing this, but I kind of want to 100%. Let's see. All right. See, this has, so in this situation, this is what I like to do here. I'm backing up screws. I'm going to take a whole stack out of there. We're just take all the stuff out. All right, and then we're going to let it refill fully. All right, boom. Okay, so now we're going to test. So it should be saturated by now. Everything's load balanced. And if everything's working right, it should construct to completion and be filled up to do its next production cycle. Boom. Oh, 1 plate short. Close, though. See, it's still idle for a sec. Why are you doing that, game? That seemed like a bug. Maybe there was an autosave problem. Let's check it again. See, why? Did I put too many screws on this line? I couldn't have put too many screws because, like, let's be fair. Theoretically, I can't put... Oh, you know what it is? Is that this line was so backed up of screws that it's sort of working through the backlog of screws it had on the line. Because 250, it's going to, like, it's going to start normalizing because there was a backup of 20 items a minute on there because of those belts. All right, let's see this one. It should finish its production here, and then immediately have enough. Boom, 100% right there. Let's check this cycle. It should immediately complete and have enough to keep going. Boom, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, good. This is working better now. I feel more confident in that. Sometimes if you get a backlog like that, yank all the items out of there. If it's backed up with screws, grab all the screws out of there and let it go through its cycle and make sure that, you know, it's working kind of correctly. All right, so this is going to be the next kind of piece of production I'm worried about. Obviously, we got screws backing up here. We're going to take all these screws out. See, we don't want screws backing up. We don't want parts backing up on these lines. I want to see these lines pristinely not backing up. The problem when you back up is like you get these weird sort of, see, look, parts accumulating. They're accumulating because they could not, that's what we gotta avoid. You know what we can do? Boom, I don't need that. Let's put the screws in here, boom. And then they'll just go straight to my storage. Actually, I don't know if I should have done that. I wonder if it'll oversaturate a line and then it'll prevent me from getting items. Who knows? All right, cool. Modular frames are on. Let's see. I'm more concerned that it's not going to get through. I don't know. There's 4 reinforced plates in there now. 2 in that one. Oh, okay. So this one's going to get there. See if it gets its 3rd plate. Or the last plate. Go, go. Oh, it's close. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Alright, so these should be at 100%. I'd rather the reinforced plates backing up a little bit here. One thing you can also do, right, is to drop a load of plates in there. But I don't want to do that because I want to test the efficiency of this thing. It's hard to test the efficiency if perfect. So now, I was pretty confident in the screws. We'll see. We'll see. Complete. Boom. It's waiting on screws. Let's see. All right, screws. Good. This can be very trivial, but I'm super... I planned this out. You know, I knew the math, I built the math, and I want to make sure I did it correctly. That's so... Oh, perfect. Yes, there it goes. Boom. All right. I'm feeling good about that. Let's see if our screws hold out here. Excuse me. Get ready. There we go. Fantastic. All right. We have neglected our rotors. So we are going to check out the rotors and then it's over. We're done. All right. We got moving. Everything's moving. Moving. Keep it going. I should see, honestly, all these rotor platforms should be on. Yep. I don't want to see anything backing up. Rods are backing up a bit. Rods could be backing up just because of that weird iron ingot problem we had. One thing I'm going to do here, boom, and then take that out. Let's just see. If this one gets enough iron rods, I'm going to assume that the rest of them are going to get enough iron rods and not be overdoing it. Oh, wait, I see. Thought I was doing that smart. I was not. Just wait, it should be up here to 100% and we'll immediately have 5 left. Here we go. Boom. Got it. All right, taking a break for a sec.
I want to see Daddy's new video.
All right, I'm back. Brief interruption by my kids in a bath, but I'm back. Let's see. Everything? That's right. We are about to call this episode. See, I'm gonna pull out all these rods because, like I said, I believe that the backup, that weird belt situation we had over there with the... Excuse me, I'm out of breath. I was just chasing my kids around. Okay, I believe that ingot problem we had at the beginning where we had those Mark II belts instead of Mark III belts has sussed itself out, and I think we're good. These were a little bit backed up. They're looking good. This one still hasn't gotten any parts, but that's fine. Because what's gonna happen is that technically these, oh yeah, you can see it. These are oversaturated a bit. Because they're gonna have slightly more parts than they need. Technically 5 parts a minute. So it'll take a long time for them to back up. So it's not that big a deal. Let's make our way back to the storage and then I'm gonna end this episode. So far, so good. I like it so far. Like I said, there's a lot of polish that still needs to happen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's happening? It's stuttering a bit. I wonder if, see, this is what I was worried about. I think I put too many screws on that line. You know, in that little bit of time I put those screws in there. Because this belt was only meant to have... You know, so at that constructor, it's supposed to make 20 items a minute. And that was what I used to decide what to put this belt on. I put a Mark II belt and I was like, okay, it's going to take this many items a minute. And I knew that I had enough throughput on this belt to handle it, but I dumped a load of screws on there. And I'm worried that it backed up this segment here. Let's do something different here. I'm going to try to fix this a different way. So we're going to just switch this. All this is going to be turned into a Mark II belt. Mark II. No big deal, it'll be fine. Mark II, Mark II. Yep, these plates are likely backing up here. Oh, I messed that up. That needs to be a Mark III belt. Good. Fantastic. All right, that should be better. I think I messed that up, but oh. Okay, well, we're just gonna get rid of you. Did I leave any? Why are you backing up? All right, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. I gotta end this episode. I can't keep doing this. I could do this forever. Let's get back to the top and get to our storage and make sure things are looking good there, and then we'll call this an episode. Goodness gracious. Alright, cool. That was really it for the episode, though. We went through our reinforced plate platform. I did you a walkthrough of the reinforced plates, the rotors, and the modular frames. I showed you the storage setup and the sinking setup. And then we did the ribbon cutting ceremony for our parts. And it looks good. There's some issues, and we'll work it out. But obviously, we're getting parts. I'm actually going to dump all these screws in here because I don't need those. We're getting all these parts. Fantastic. And we'll have them sinking over here in no time. That's really it, though. This has been a huge episode. Some of the final form of our starter base is finally in place. I gotta do some gussying up and get a little bit of the bells and whistles working a little bit. Like I said, that rotor platform wasn't totally decorated, and we definitely are missing some cosmetic things that we wanted to add. I'm not particularly in love with the way I have the belts coming down here for the storage, but that'll all fall into place as I get further into my production here. So, thank you very much for watching. This has been the last sort of segment for our iron factory portion of our starter base. The next episode, we will be working on our copper factory setup. We are going to get our copper ingot smelter in. We're going to get wire, cable, and sheets put in. And after that episode, we'll do our steel and possibly our concrete setups put in, which will be the last setups that we have for our starter base. Really exciting, and I'm very excited to get started. So I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Put some stuff in the comments, things for me, things you like. Oh gosh, man. Things you liked, things you disliked. And I love hearing it. I love seeing y'all's comments. It's really important. It's going to help me grow and get better at doing this. And you should have already seen some of the long play stuff come out. So take a look at that if you don't mind. It's really nice and relaxing. I like to have that kind of stuff in the background while I do work and stuff. So that's really it. Well, that's it. It's over. Bye.